Okay, so this is going to be a different class. So it's going to be lighter. I apologize if anyone wanted a bunch of. We'll still be able to do some push-ups, but it's going to be, excuse me, kind of similar to when we used to do Friday nights, which is it was one of my it was a fun class for me. It was a favorite sometimes for me. So we're going to do something similar to that tonight. So it's going to be very different. I'll go slow so it doesn't uh, freak anyone out. And let's not freak out. Let's chill out and take a nice, real easy, simple class tonight. But first, a very short story. Not a message from our sponsor. Um, I ordered a pizza. Well, actually, no, that's not part of the story. Yvette ordered from a pizza place the other night. Oh, it might have been last night. I can't remember. And so I went down the street and drove. I walked in to pick it up, and I paid. And then he gave me the change, like he had his mask on, so I couldn't hear what he said about the price. And then I didn't have my glasses on. And I was looking at the screen on the register, and like I couldn't, without my glasses, I couldn't read the number. And then he gave me change, and I thought, I don't know if that's the right change, but so many things were into play, and I was like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna go with it. So I pull out, and I'm driving away with the bag full of everything, and then my phone rings, and then I answered. It's the pizza place, and he's like, oh, dude, I accidentally, well, he didn't say I ripped you off for 10 bucks, but he said, I accidentally didn't give you $10 change. I only gave you whatever, 7 or something. So he said, if you're not too far away, please come back and I'll run out the door and I'll give you the change. So I did an illegal U-turn and went back, and he came out and he gave me the 10 bucks. And I thought that was a good thing pre-Thanksgiving. It was very reassuring, and I can get a little down on humanity sometimes, and I like that reminder that I didn't know this guy. Probably never, might not see him again. He could have kept that 10 bucks. Not that 10 bucks gets you much, but you know, he called me and he gave me the 10 bucks back. So we're going to stay seated. Like I said, we're going to do a very different class tonight, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And by the way, I am super grateful. Speaking of gratitude, I have gratitude for the fact that we have had this technology so that we could all stay hanging out together on our hangout nights to do yoga. And so we're going to stay seated, though. I'm going to do some very different stuff. And if you wanted to do push-ups and all the other stuff, and you're not down for it, you're welcome to jump out if you want to. I'm not holding a gun to anyone's head, a yoga gun. But once sitting down, I'm going to go back far enough so you can see my feet, because we're going to do some yoga for the feet. So the first thing we're going to do is come down and grab the toes, not too forcibly, but enough. We're going to pull them back, opening up, and we're going to breathe here. Breathe into the feet. So the breathing is in and out through the nose. Long breathing. Just a few more breaths. I'm going to try to go really slow tonight. And lots of easy yoga, but I'll give you an opportunity to do work if you want to do the work. So now that the toes have been pulled back, we're going to try to push them forward like we're making a fist with the toes, but we're going to help them by pushing them down and locking them into that fist type motion with the feet, and again, breathing. It's kind of hard to sit up tall when you're holding your feet like this, but if you can, it's always good. All right, good. And we're going to do them one at a time. So we're going to take the left foot, and we are going to take the right hand and introduce every finger in between every toe. Then we're going to take the palm of the hand against the ball of the foot and kind of grip it like you're giving one of those tough handshakes. I remember when I was a kid, I was like getting my first jobs, always like the guy that was interviewing you for a job, he'd like reach out and he would shake your hand real hard. You'd be like, dude, man, come on. But not quite that hard, but a little bit. We're not trying to prove anything to anybody, especially ourselves. So a loving grip on the foot there. Good, and then release that, and we'll do the other side. So this is my left hand grabbing my right foot in between the toes. It's kind of hard to do. And then really gripping against the ball of the foot, and then just breathing. You can sit the foot anywhere that it's comfortable. Really opening up through those toes. And I am going to give us a bunch of chances for some good, strong vinyasa movement today. And I'll do a few of them with you. A long breathing, super long breathing, everybody hanging out. These vinyasas are optional. You could just hang out. You could do reverse plank, but I'm going to do the first one with you. For those of you that want a vinyasa, we're just going to cross the legs, put the hands at the top of the mat, and step back. Hold the core, normal, lower down, up dog, rolling forward, third eye, and then down dog, looking at the knees and the navel. Let's pedal the feet out a little bit. And this is a nice trick. If you can do it, cross the legs and jump back into a seated position. Once everyone catches up, we'll be all sitting again. We're going to reach the right arm forward with the fingers pointing down, but be aware, even though I'm aware of it, my shoulder is coming up, and we're going to bring it down, and then we're going to pull those fingers back again, lightly. We're not trying to prove anything. We're just breathing into the wrist. We'll just hang out a little longer, just breathing. On the next one, everyone will have the opportunity to vinyasa, but I'll also show you the reverse plank, which you can do if you don't want to do the push-up. But let's switch the hands, other hand, and then the shoulder, it comes up. So we really want to bring it down, and then pulling back through those fingers and breathing. A few more breaths. Good, so those of you that want a vinyasa, hands down. Those of you that prefer hands back, fingers pointing towards the feet, toes pointing towards forward, lifting up, looking at the ceiling. Good, and then back down or jumping to seated position, which I'll do on the next one. But we do have the option of either the vinyasas or the reverse plank, or just hanging out waiting for me to do the next pose. We're going to do some digestive poses to get us ready for eating tomorrow or anytime. Hands on the knees firstly, like there's a light on your head. Draw a light circle on the ceiling, one direction at first. And maybe more important than anything, I want you to breathe into the nose as deep as you can, and then all the way back out. Really putting oxygen in the nervous system. Really chilling ourselves out, because guess what? When we can chill ourselves out, we can chill everybody out. And just so you know, I'm not saying that you need to chill out. I'm not judging here. I need to chill out. Woo! All right, opposite direction. Wind it or unwind it. Keep breathing. Just a little more. All right, your choice of reverse plank or the vinyasa. I'm going to step to vinyasa again. Up dog, down dog, and then the fun jump through back to sitting. Once you're sitting from vinyasa or the plank, we're going to reach the right arm up. We're bringing it down the back, and we're going to grab the elbow or come around the back and breathing as much as possible in the nose, slow and deliberate. Feeling the body as we breathe it. Feeling if there's any tension, because I got tension in the shoulder from this pose. Breathe in there. Accept the tension. Draw in the breath. All right, let's please switch. So other hand down, grabbing elbow, or coming around the back. If you got a strap or a belt, you could hold it in one hand and come behind and grab the other. It's a nice way to reduce that space if you can't get the hands together. And of course, we're breathing in the nose. Just a couple more breaths. And again, your choice of the vinyasa or I'm going to reverse plank. I'm going to do every other one. So reverse plank, lifting up, or the vinyasa. Good. And we're going to sit back down. We're going to bend the right leg with the left leg out. The left hand is going to grab the left toes. Man, that seems far away today. Did my leg get longer? All right, we're going to breathe in and reach up, looking up. As we breathe out, we're going to close it all down. Back up, breathing in, looking up. And then we're going to close it all down. And then let's just continue over and over. Out breath through the nose on the downward fold. In breath through the nose on the up. Good. Next time you are up, please stay up, reaching and looking to the reaching hand. Try to sit up tall. It's hard by holding the foot there, but do the best you can. Excellent. Let's do the other side. Right leg out, left sole in. Right hand on the right foot, and breathing again all the way up. Breathing out on the down, in the nose if possible, tongue to the roof of the mouth if possible. Good. Next time you're up, go ahead and stay up, looking to the reaching hand. Try to sit up tall. It's not easy. Good. And again, your choice of the vinyasa or the reverse plank. I'm going to do the vinyasa with the vinyasa people here. And we're down, up dog, third eye, down dog, and that fun jump to sitting. We're going to do both Baddha Konasana cobbler poses today. We're going to start with the first one that I learned early in my doing yoga. So soles of the feet together. Let's get a little closer. Then we're going to take the thumbs and put the thumbs into the arches, and this will connect us to the early stuff we did, the yoga for your feet. So push into those arches with the thumbs, and then pull the feet open. So you're trying to like Steve used to say, open the book. And then we'll sit up tall. You'll see the difference in these poses when we do them both, but let's just breathe here for a moment, sitting up tall. You remain holding the feet and the arches open, and then we are going to fold down, pushing the elbows against the legs, bringing the face with the heart towards the feet into the forward fold. Good. Up, your choice of a reverse plank or a vinyasa. I'm going to reverse. I told you I'll do every other one. And then back down. The second version, there's an A and B of both, but the second version of Baddha Konasana works better for the shoulders and it gets some other elements. So we're going to take the left hand and then the right hand on top. And this is the one I always teach now, but I didn't know this one in the beginning. So here, you sit up really tall with the shoulders pulling back and down, reaching the crown of the head up to the ceiling. And we're going to just stay here breathing. You're welcome to butterfly the legs if you like. You're welcome to keep them still. But feel how now we have the element, how now, brown cow. How now we have the element of the shoulders and the spine getting real long, and we can really feel the work in the shoulders. Let's breathe here. Good. On your next out breath, let's fold down, pushing the elbows against the legs and fold the face towards the feet or the heart towards the feet. Breathing all the time in the nose. Long and deliberate. You can do the pose light or heavy, however you like, but do the breath super consistent, long and strong in the nose, both directions. Good. Your choice to reverse plank. I'm going to vinyasa on this one. For those of us that will have vinyasa, we'll step back again. We lower down, roll forward, up dog, third eye, down dog, and we jump to sitting again. Once sitting, this time we will keep the legs crossed. We're going to do some dynamic twisting. I'm actually going to induce a further twist. It just makes me sit easier. Don't do that if it's not natural for you. Hands on the shoulders. One side, we take a breath in as we twist. Twist over to the other side, breath out and back and forth and over and over. One side's going to feel there's a little more resistance. When you figure out what side that is, put the out breath on that side. You could also bring the hands out in goddess, which is a little more of a, my nose is itchy, a little more leverage, or you can go extreme leverage with the arms all the way out. And it is extreme, so be careful if you do that, and it does start to make the shoulders tired. So be cool, keep breathing. I'm gonna stay here on the shoulders. Good. Take your right hand, put it on the left knee. Take the left hand, you can come all the way around, grabbing the shirt in the pocket or the foot. Sit up tall. You could have it sit right behind you, the hand on the ground. Pull the left shoulder back and gently look back. Good. Let's come on over to the other side. Left hand on the right knee. Right hand either behind you or all the way around, grabbing the shirt, the pocket of the leg, sitting up tall. I think I can only get my belt on this side. Good, back around. On this one, let's all do the vinyasa because we're going to end up in another place. So hands down, we step back, we hold the core tight at the top of push-up. We lower down, up dog, third eye, we roll forward and down dog. And then let's come down to hands and knees. Knees, by the way, about 2 fists apart. Shoulders over the wrists, middle fingers straight forward. We're going to do some, and also hips over the knees if possible. We're going to do some cat-cow. I'm going to go a bit away, and we're going to do some other stuff. So let the belly drop down as you breathe out, arching the back. And over here. Breath in on the look up with the belly down. Breath out as you arch the back. Keep doing the cat-cow. I'll be right back. All right, back to stationary. We're going to look over the right shoulder and see the tail. And then we're going to look over the left shoulder and see the tail. And now from here, we're going to push ourselves up to being just on the knees. I like to be up on the toes. If you've got a flexible back and back bending is really easy, you could have feet down. Otherwise, I'm doing toes. And put the thumbs in the back, pull the elbows together and look at your ceiling. Tighten the legs, the quads a little bit, and maybe a little arch back. Now, if you're comfortable here and you know where we're going, you're okay with it, put the hands on the heels, looking up, tightening the legs, or if the feet were flat, you could go all the way down. And we're going to breathe here just a couple more breaths. I find this pose to be a little uncomfortable. And let's come back down and let's do some more cat and cow. We'll look over the right shoulder and then over the left shoulder. Good. Those of you that want to, let's vinyasa again. We lower down, up dog, rolling forward, and then down dog. And then back to hands and knees again. But we are going to step the right foot top of the mat. And you can step it up there a little bit further if it will go, so that we're stretching the left quad. And then just reach the arms up like a big funnel. We're going to breathe here. Taking our time. Good. Take the left elbow outside of the right leg. Don't let the knee move from over the ankle. Hands in prayer, pull in, turn the fingers towards your face. I'm going to look at the foot. You could look at the ceiling where the elbow's pointing. You could, the leg that's behind you, the left one, you could roll back onto the ball of the foot. You could also keep your knee down. Let's breathe here. Good. Let's put the hands down, step that right knee back. We're going to step the left foot up, same but on the other side, and then we're going to reach up our big funnel again and breathe here. Let's take the right elbow outside the left leg, hands in prayer, pull in, fingers up towards the face, and then whatever you did on the other side, let's try to do the same, something similar, and breathe. Try to lengthen your spine to the crown of the head. Try to breathe to the floor and beyond, so all the way through the feet. Good. For those of you that want it, you can just stay in hands and knees and chill out, but I'm going to do a vinyasa here if you want to join me. We lower down, up dog, down dog, and let's come to hands and knees again. Right foot top of the mat. So it's like we're doing the same thing, but we're not. We're doing hands straight up on this one, Superman. We're going to stay here and breathe. All right, let's bring the hands down. The right hand is going to come right next to the right foot. We're going to try to keep the right leg pushing against the arm or the shoulder or the side. Those of you that want, you can walk the hands forward, trying to put the elbows down, or just stay right here. And I'm going to look at the ground, and let's breathe. Good. Let's step that knee back. I'm going to step the left foot top of the mat. And arms straight up again. We breathe here and hang out. Let the hips hang down a little bit. Let's bring it all down on the inside. You may have to adjust this foot a little bit because you don't want the knee coming out. You want it straight up and down over the ankle. We're going to breathe here. No offense to any teacher that teaches that out thing, because I see that a lot. But for me, I like the knee over the ankle. I think it's safer. And let's breathe and better. Okay, however you can, let's stand. And once standing, we're going to take the feet apart, distance of the elbows, with the toes splayed out. We're going to put the hands on the knees. Good. And we're going to rotate the right shoulder forward. And then on the next out breath, the left shoulder forward. And back and forth, please. You may lose my head. I may lose my head on a couple of these next poses. It's not that big a deal. Sometimes the head can make you crazy. Good. Let's hold in horse. Hold the ceiling. We breathe here. Good. Stand straight. We're going to do right foot forward, warrior two, left foot turned in a bit. And we're going to hold warrior two. And we're going to pivot a few different poses today. But let's stay here on warrior two. Breathing, light shoulders, heavy in the core, focused on the fingers in front of us visually, feeling the breath as we take it in and push it out. We won't do long holds because without a mat, it's like super hard. So I'm like, wah. All right, straight that leg. We're going to pivot and warrior two on the other side. And we'll breathe here. Same stuff, shoulders down, holding the core a little bit, staring at the fingers in front of you. Good, straight that leg, pivot to warrior two again with the right foot in the front. We're going to gently put the left hand on the left leg, turn the right palm to face the ceiling, and we'll arch back, looking up along the elbow to the ceiling. Good, straight the leg, we pivot again to warrior two with the left foot in the front. We're going to bring the right hand down the back, turn the left palm to face the ceiling, and we arch back on the other side, breathing here, looking up along the elbow to the ceiling or the neighbor's floor. Good. Pivot again, right toes forward, but keep the legs straight this time because we're going to do triangle. Reaching the right arm out, right hand down, left arm up, looking to the reaching hand, or looking at the foot so you notice that you're stacked up over the leg, and let's breathe. Good, back up. We're going to pivot to warrior, to a triangle on the other side, so keep the legs straight. Reach out over the left leg, left hand down, right arm up. Back up. Let's turn both feet straight forward. And then let's reach up and then come straight down, hands on the ground, under the shoulders if they'll get there, maybe fingertips only. Maybe if it's real tough, you can bring the feet further apart and the hands will get down. More than anything, let your spine lengthen down to the crown of your head. Breathe here. Good. Stay down low. Let's go over to the right and grab the shin. Bring the nose towards the knee. Rotate the left shoulder under and through. And all the way over to the other side. Right shoulder under and through. Good. Back up. And let's do standing on the left foot. We're going to do tree. We're going to lift the right leg up. Hands to the heart or all the way up. You could put the leg also out in the front. And we'll breathe here. So bring that leg out in the front. Let the left hand grab the knee, other hand on the hip. You could stay here. You could reach back. You could look back. You could extend the leg, grabbing the big toes. We're going to get a little bit of fire in the leg. So stay here for a few breaths. Keep this right leg up. Bring the hands to the heart and come forward to warrior three. All these poses and movements are familiar to us, just a little different sequencing tonight. Mixing it up. And Ardha Chandrasana, left hand down, right arm up. Great. Let's stand, step it out a little bit. And let's do other side. Standing on the right, tree, up, hands to the heart. Out in the front also works great if you can't get that lock. And we'll breathe here. We're going to do the whole same thing. Good. Leg out in the front. Opposite hand comes over. So the right hand grabs the left knee, hand back behind you. You could stay here. You could grab the toe, extending the leg. We're going to breathe. Good. Hands to the heart. Forward to warrior three. Ardha Chandrasana if you like. Right hand down, left arm up. Great. Let's squat. Oh, all right. Squatting is awesome. So many benefits to squatting. You push the elbows against the legs and lengthen up through your spine a bit if you like. If you want to do tripod headstand, I'm gonna just kind of do it quickly, but just remember that hands down under the shoulders, top of the tripod is the head, which is makes the triangle. So hands, head, kind of come forward. Got to use the core to get up. Or we just stay in the squat, breathing. Take a few more breaths here. Good. Let's come to hands and knees again. I'm going to do this sideways because It's important. It's something I see often in some of the public classes. We want to have this spacing here. So again, the hip is over the knee and the shoulders over the wrist. So don't make it too small. Don't crunch it in. Go out the length of the torso to just fit normally in there. And we're going to turn the right hand in to face the left. And we're going to take the left hand and feed it through, lay down onto the shoulder, the side of the face. So I like to push the right hand against the mat, twisting back further. I think it's really awesome. Some people come around the back, grabbing the leg. That's fine. I'm going to stay pushing against the mat. All right, let's come up. Let's do the other side. So we'll turn the left hand in. We're going to feed the right arm through, coming down, pushing the left hand against the mat, breathing here. Good, back up. Let's sit down. We're going to do our normal core work. So, and you could, and I'll take it easy, so you could as well, of course, all the time. On the tail, we're going to bring the arms under the legs and roll back on the tail. You could stay right here. You could bring the arms straight out. You could straighten the legs. Bring the hands in prayer to the third eye, to the toes. Pull your shoulders back. I'm keeping legs bent. This is 1 of 5. Breathe here. Go across the legs. Sit up real tall as we grab the shins so the spine goes straight to the crown of the head. And then 2, back up, 2 of 5. Cross the legs, sit up really tall. And back up, 3. Cross the legs, sit up real tall. Back up, 4. Cross the legs, sit up real tall. All right, last one, 5. Good. Hug the knees in. So I'm going to tell you where we're going because I know this is a little different than what we're normally doing. We're going to do, instead of pigeon tonight, we're going to do the thread the needle. So I'll walk you through that. So we're going to need to lay on the back. And we're going to lift the right leg up and bring that ankle just down the inside there. We're going to take the right hand coming through, grabbing the shin if possible. The other hand comes around, or the underside of the leg is a little easier. And flex the feet, bring the toes towards the shins. And we're going to sit here thinking about this right knee rotating forward, and let's breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and switch so that right foot will go down, left up, down, left comes through, grabbing, flexing the feet again, and breathing. Trying to rotate the left knee a little bit forward. Good. Unwind that. We're going to do bridge. And those of you that want to do Urdhva Dhanurasana are welcome to do that. Feet are 2 fists apart. And knees are 2 fists apart. Laying down. Longest finger almost touches the heel. We're going to lift up, tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers, push the arms down. Any other back bend you want to do is fine. I'm just doing this one. And let's breathe again, looking at the ceiling. Good. Come on down. Grab the shins. Bring the nose up towards the knees. So we're going to do our upside down stuff. If you wanted to tonight, it'd be an awesome time to go against the wall and put your feet up the wall with your arms out. I'm going to demo us through our normal upside down stuff, which is plow and shoulder stand. So if you want to go to the wall, that's great. I love that one. Otherwise, we start with plow, kicking the feet up and over the head, hands on the back, or intertwined fingers, arms down, legs straight, toes trying to come down to the earth. And if your hands are not on the back, put them there now. Shoulder stand, lifting straight up. But actually, I'm going at an angle so that my feet are more over the elbows. Great. Bend the legs, bring the knees down towards the ears, roll into dead bug. If anyone's on the wall, you can join us in dead bug. In dead bug, we're going to rock around a little bit on the back, looking at the ceiling. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Bring the nose up again. And then let's lay down flat. If you have a belt or a strap or a towel or a t-shirt or a super long sock or a snake, we're going to put that around the left foot and then choke up on it. We are going to be laying down. I'm just sitting up because I think the voice sounds better when I'm talking directly into the microphone. But I'll go where you're going in a second. So let's put straight up, other leg down, head down, shoulders down. Let that leg fall out to the left as you reach out to the right and look to the right. Bring that leg up, switch hands on the strap, and then let the hip come up as we go to the other side. Left hand reaches out, and we look to the reaching left hand. Good, back up. Bring the hands up towards the heel, shoulders coming up off the ground, nose towards the knee, doing what you can to hold the right leg down, breathing in the nose. Good, let it down, and we're going to switch. So right on right, and right leg up. Laying down flat, head down. Good, let that leg fall out to the right as you look to the left, reaching the hand out. Good, back up, switch hands on the strap, up with the hip, looking to the right. Good, back up, both hands up towards the heel, nose towards the knee. We're going to stay here. Good, let that down. Let's bring the knees up into the chest, the arms out like a T. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, let the knees fall to the right. As you look to the left, you could put the right hand on top of the legs. And all the way up and all the way over to the other side. Good. Back up to center. Hug the knees again into your chest. And then lie down and get as comfortable as you can. And I will be with you in one moment. Good. I hope everyone is lying down comfortably. Let's check in with where we started. We started with yoga for your feet. So lying down, in your mind, I want you to travel all the way down to your feet. Just put the attention right there. Feel your toes. Feel your toes getting super loose. Let the feet get soft and maybe part out. Let the arches get soft and the heels sink into the mat like maybe it's kind of weird that they're like so like jello-like. Let the ankles get loose. Work your way up to the shins, getting softer and softer, dropping down into the floor. And the knees, so simple, dropping against the mat. From the knees to the hips, the quads, they're taking their time, but they're shifting down into the floor, getting super loose. Feet are so loose, they're like almost liquid. Feel the fingertips dropping against the floor and the mat. The thumbs opening up, the palms opening up, spreading out further and further onto the floor. The forearms, they're so loose for a moment we think maybe they're not that useful. They're spreading out, they're experiencing the floor and the mat. The elbows are loose. Biceps. Feel the shoulders and tell them they don't have to get up, ever. Stomach, super loose, dropping to the mat, opening up, flattening out. Rib cage, dropping down into the floor. Head, so loose we're becoming like some kind of jello thing. It's spreading out further and getting thinner and thinner. We're kind of turning into liquid and spreading out onto the floor of our homes. We're spreading out further. We're going out the doors, out the windows, down the stairs, to the streets. Spreading out beyond the cities. Spreading out to the oceans and the seas. Spreading out to the whole world where we are all one together. And as we cover the whole world like a thin layer of our liquid just to the body holding the world, we begin to evaporate, coming off the earth, into the sun, into the stars, into the moon, into the galaxy, all the way out, lifting. As if our movement is like rays of light coming off of the earth in all directions as we lift into stardust, lengthening out into the universe that has been named, the planets that have been named, and then beyond into the further and further, and the forever and the never ending, looser and looser, one with everything, nothing with everything, imperfection, and we stay here. Out of the stars, out of the planets, out of the universes, out of the possibilities. Everything that is possible comes back down into our homes, into our solid human forms, our vehicles, our Earth vehicles, on Space Station Earth. We come back into one, bringing all the knowledge that we received, everything new and fresh. And we'll move the fingers like we've never moved them before, and the toes like, wow, what are these things? They're so useful. And then we're going to reach as long as we can from fingers to toes, backs of the hands on the ground, lengthening out, pulling the core down, feeling your strength in your center, feeling the whole of your body lengthening long like a cat on the floor. And then we're going to bring the knees up into the chest. And we're going to roll ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Once sitting, there is no rush. And if you feel good and you're still laying down, stay there, man. But the rest of us sitting, we're going to bring the hands to the heart center and rub them together. Feel the skin on your hands and the fire from the friction. Pull the shoulders back so you're still sitting up real tall. Pull the core in, get taller. Just a little bit more with the hands. Keep moving the hands. Think of something you're grateful for. Just one thing. It's right there on the tip of your tongue, whatever happens. And let's reach the arms up like a big funnel. Receiving everything. Take a breath in. Breathe in more if you can. More if you can. We're going to hold the breath. And then give everything back. All right, man. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. It was a pleasure hanging out with you and doing this interesting yoga class that we did. This is not our normal routine, but I dig throwing this one in once in a while. It's DanielOverberger.com. You can find the links to my PayPal and Venmo there, so you can send me a donation. I can actually drop it in the chat if anyone wants that. Let's see.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, David. Thank you. Is that Trixie?
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
I'm going to end the recording here.